Alrighty, so what we are doing is basically wanting to level ourselves up here, and that involves a lot of chopping down trees. I'll grab that while we're there so we don't get hungry. Then go visit our little water purifier in the lake here and have a drinky, because thirst is a terrible thing. There we go. So it's starting to get dark. So here's some basic building that I've done so far. I've got a place where we can come and shelter from the storms. I've got a base there and I've got a base there. So basically at this stage it's craft and gather, and yeah, we've been cutting down trees. Here's some oxide, and there's the buffaloes. Unless you shoot at them, well, unless you shoot at the parent, nothing happens. We won't do that right now because it's getting dark and it's about to rain or something. What have we got happening? Let's go in the base here. Let's put that away. Let's turn some light on by hitting L. Let's eat some berries. They provide you with the moisture as well. Now what we're going to do is craft some of these. And that gives you points, because we're trying to get to 135,000, so if you can level up. Still early in this game and I'm still finding my way around, learning stuff and figuring it out. I'm just over 20 hours into this game so far, so I'm new to this. I've got a cheat sheet for the keyboard shortcuts printed out. I will eventually memorize them and also get used to where I have to hold my fingers on the keyboard. So I'm just going to craft torches. Let's have a bite of that. How are we doing for oxygen? Let's add some more oxygen. There we go. So how are we doing with these torches? We're almost done. Like so. Oh, hello. What are you doing in here? Funny that. Right, what we're gonna do is just drop them and they will respawn. Drop, drop, and drop, and drop, and drop, and drop, and drop. What was that? We don't need that. We don't need that at this stage, nor that at this stage. Stone is useful for repairing the axe while one's cutting out trees, so let's tidy things up a bit. Now let's get rid of them as well. Right, then stone. What I'm going to do Let's just put that. I'll stack that in here along with that one, so we're not taking up inventory space. So this rain should pass fairly soon, and then we can go back to doing stuff. Oh, but you need that. Let's put that stone back here, and then go back here. What did we want to repair? The axe. And there we go. And put that stone back in here. Right. The storm should have passed fairly soon. Let's go back to doing this. Let's see if we start getting damaged, then we'll just go hide in our shelter over here. That's basically why I stay close to the shelter this stage. Hello. Can't you see what I'm doing? It's minding my business. Gathering stuff, trying to get leveled up. That's what we do. What we might do is when the sun's out again, and look at playing with a bit of baseballing. We're not sure the wood. Right, the storm has passed, and the night is marching along nicely. So let's walk around and gather. Stay busy and get leveled up. And there we go. So what I've done is I was primarily doing technical videos, but I enjoy the gaming a lot. And I've mainly been watching other streamers, and on my page you can go see who the folks are that I follow and learn from, spending a lot of time watching them. And I've decided to create my own gaming channel. So that is what has happened here. This is basically my first video on my channel. Some oxide. So we'll see how this pans out. I like the PvE stuff. I'm not a PvP player, so these survival games are what I enjoy. So what I'm doing here is I'm playing Arkwood in safe mode. So this is basically one of the outposts. So what you can do is you can come here and you can teach yourself to play, and you can get your character leveled up in the safety of an outpost without having to worry about predators. And you stay close to your base. Some oxide. There's a stick. Very good. And let's see how we're doing for water. Now that problem with using a torch at night to see where you're going is that there's a risk of setting the place on fire, so be careful when you're in the forest with a torch, because I have set it ablaze. So there was a lot of charcoal afterwards, lots of charcoal. Fortunately the fire didn't spread to the base. Let's have something to eat. There we go. Let's see, can we eat some more? And add some oxygen. Good. Okay, let's get back to foraging for fiber and sticks. Carry on denuding the forest around my base. So what we're going to do is keep going this direction, because over here there are carrots, which are also a source of good food. So you're basically going to mow the lawn in this direction, and you will find carrots, and then you will learn what these things look like. So let's keep gathering stuff. Right, keep going this direction, and we will be finding the carrots fairly soon. I think I might have found some. No. Okay. Unless I did. Okay, I'm full. I am just going to stand here and craft more torches. Set it to max. And just stand here and look around. Watching torches fall to the ground. Now we're just going to let them despawn. So up there's the mountains behind us. Let me show you the map. So I'm over here. So what I've done is I've got a base here and a base here. And I'm basically staying in this area for now while I'm getting leveled up. Because until one gets to level 10 and you can get to tier 2 stuff, it's basically just grinding to get oneself leveled up. That's the story. Let's see where there's carrots. Another over here somewhere. Here we go. There's a carrot. And that's how you identify a carrot. They looky like that. How are we doing here on crafting? Got a minute to go. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk back to base. Let's try not to set the place ablaze. And let's have a drink. Stay hydrated. And have some pumpkin. Like so. Okay, now let's have a look at the tech tree. I'll show you what I've done so far. So I'm tier 1. So I can make a wood pile, I can make a first stack, stone pile. The character can make a stone axe, stone pickaxe, stone knife, wood spear, wood hammer. Then we can craft a bedroll, a fire pit, a drying rack, campfire, we can make the water purifier. That's the essential thing to get to. So when you get to choosing stuff in your tech tree, start off with wood crates so that you can get to a water purifier fairly soon. The water can be drunk, but you do get ill from it, and it takes a few minutes to recover from that. And also you want to be able to make a wood bow and arrows and a knife for skinning, which you can at this stage use to skin a rabbit. To skin one of the larger animals, you're going to need a steel knife, which you can only do once you can only make that when you get to tier 2. Health recovery concoction, bandages, wood bow, we covered that, torches, they're useful and important, so get to them. This stuff we're not using yet, but we've got it. Over here, seed extractor, I made it for the heck of it. And then base building, the thatch base building set, and then wood base building set. It's important to get to that. I haven't gone for that yet because that's not so important, but this stuff over here is important to get to in the beginning. Alright, so that's it, my talents. For survival, I've got skilled picker, I've got naturally preserved, and adventure, I've got grazing for the herd, habitation, I've got ready to work, hammer time, speedy wax, careful hits, picksmith, speedy mining, and then wood holding, extra space. I chose those. For now, combat is not very important, so I haven't chosen anything there. And then in solo, we've got marathon runner, fleet-footed, healthy maverick, and heavy hitter. So those are my talents and my tech tree. So currently I can't do anything of this stuff yet. We've got to get to level 10, so we've got to carry on crafting. And so I can craft bandages, but I need more fiber. Right, so what we need to do is, now we're waiting for time, the sun's going to come up soon. Have a sip of water here in real life. Good. Let us go. Replenish. X to drink. And then tab. Have something to eat. Alright, let's drop all these torches. I'm going to keep a stone for now. That might come in handy, and it only takes up one slot. But we need space for fiber. Yeah. I hear you. Alright. Let's keep wondering. while not setting the forest alight. Alright, let's gather fiber. So what we're going to do next, get ourselves filled up with fiber, and then we're going to craft bandages. See how that gets us leveled up. In the meantime, I'm going to do the boring stuff, gathering fiber, and then gather. We don't want that. Underneath the trees there's lots of ferns, so that's a good place to gather fiber without having to run around too much, which is useful. So we do this. Now we just fill ourselves up with fiber whilst keeping an eye on our food and oxygen. I do have some oxygen in the crates in case of emergency, you know. Try to keep the mouse on the mouse pad. It helps the ability to move around. Alright, let's keep hoovering up the fiber. Yeah, it's starting to get light. Yeah, initially I basically spend your days and nights just running around like this, getting leveled up. And then once you get leveled up, then basically the fun starts. Once you can start doing more stuff. Yeah, that's how it goes with games. Start a new game with a new character, then you got to spend the first couple of days leveling up. That's what it's like. Oh good, we haven't set the forest alight yet. This is good. Let's see if there's any carrots around. I knew there was more in this direction. Let's have a look. Here we go. Another one. And another one. And another one. And another one. And so one eventually memorizes where you find food on the map. And you know where you can run to go get resources. Let's get that stuff. Let's keep gathering. Take that. Let's go. Now that it's starting to get light. What is that? Let's try some shooting, shall we? Yeah, they're fast. But we got some points. Arrows. Yeah, we still got quite a bit of arrows. Let's have a bite to eat on that. Inventory, let's stock up on some oxygen. Alright, I'm going to show you where the watermelon is. Let's take a run up here. Up here there's usually some watermelon, which is also a good source of moisture. Let's see if we can find it. The trouble with the torch is that it's a bit like sodium vapor lighting. The color rendering is poor. I'll take that. Where's the... Can't see the watermelon. Maybe I picked it. Anyhow, let's go up here. Looks as though we got good weather for now. Up here, there will certainly be more berries. Here we go. I'm sorry. As unfortunately, nothing's working in this game. We have to hunt for food. There's more carrots. Nice. Very good. What I'm gonna do, we can turn the torch off. I've got on spare. Soy is also a good source of food. There's more berries. Let's keep harvesting ferns. Till we are full. And then we will go and make a pile of bandages, because that gives you points. So basically here one is very safe. Don't shoot the buffalo with the bow and arrow, because it will attack, and unless you have got space to run backwards and keep shooting, the buffalo will unfortunately fix you up. It's not going to end well. So for now, leave them alone. I mean, it's not like you can do much with them anyway, because you can't make a steel knife yet anyway. So basically you just get some points for shooting at it, but it's a waste. Occasionally it does come across food. Yum yum yum. I'll have that. Occasionally I find rabbits sitting by the base, and then I take them out. 2 shots with the bow and arrow. There we go. Let's run down to the base and then sort this out. We are getting a bit heavy anyway. Let's leave those 2 in peace. Let's go have a drink and an eat and craft some bandages. Right, put out the water and admire the view while we craft bandages. bandages. Alright, how do we do for points? 20 XP. Alright. And there we have a pile of bandages. So what I was doing is I was exploring a bit. So let me go show you what I was doing over here. While we're crafting bandages, we might as well have a bit of a swim. Now you can, at this stage, also get yourself fish. And shooting them with a bow and arrow works quite well. Two. Where did he go? Fishy, fishy. Where did you go? Those orange fish are quite easy to get. I've also got myself some water here. Don't shoot at the buffalo. The fish have disappeared. Okay. So what I did is I basically put out water for myself everywhere. Oh, we don't have any charcoal. Water purifier. I was drinking the water, and you can see the red has appeared because I did that. Anyhow, let me show you this base. Put some stairs on it. Why are you in here? Okay, you ran away. But we got points. We will not antagonize you. Because that will end very badly. Have some more berries. That's the other thing about coming to this island, is that there's some grub to be found here. So one can just swim across and there's some grub. Let's eat those like so. So how are we doing for oxygen? Let's top it up. So you don't have to worry about food and water and oxygen when you're getting started. Let's toss these away because it's in abundance and easy to find, and you can go for fairly long periods without having to worry about your nutrition and that sort of stuff. So the reason I've got these bases all over is because in the bad weather that I can go hide. Because the one thing about being out in the open is the storm damage. One's got to be careful about that. Got him. So that's how you fish. Let's get rid of the bow. Now we need to get out the water. There we go, spacebar to jump, or holding W. Alright, so now let's see what we can do with this fish. The fish, what happened to it? Did I lose the fish? Ah, no, here we go. So that, when you consume it, improves your health. It regenerates your health. So fish is a good thing to go and get. And we got some bone from that. The wheat we can drop, we don't need that at this stage. Let's go back to base 1. So it takes 2 of those. And you got yourself some fish, and the fish is good. So what do we got happening over here? That took 1 arrow. Nice. Let's go have ourselves some more fish. Here's another one. Got him. And we've got an arrow back. Okay, let's keep going that direction. This is nice. There we go. Some more berries, but I think we've got enough food. So what I'm going to do is eat the fish. Let's go put the bone away. What have we got in here? Charcoal, we need that. We need that for the purifier. What else did we have that was interesting? Let's go put some charcoal in the water purifier. One needs to remember to add it to keep the water purifier going. So what we are going to do, is open that up like that, drag that across like that. So that's charcoal added. Now what you can do, the civilized way to make charcoal is to Where's our wood? No, we don't have any wood on us. That's easily fixed. We might have a little bit of wood over here. We happen to have some wood handy out back. Alright, if what I'm going to do is add that to there. I added a stack of wood. It'll only take 100 at a time. Then what I'm going to do is take the charcoal out of it so that we can put that away. Like so. I will leave that burning. How are we doing for water? Let's go have a drink, sir. So basically in the beginning it's a loiter around the base type operation. Keep yourself fed and watered, and be crafting so that you get points. So let's go in here. The charcoal was in here. Let's put that in there. I'm going to put the wood in there as well. For now, let's repair the bow because we'll be using it. The torches, once they're worn out, you just toss them away like so, and you get yourself another one. Yeah. Alright, let's go back to gardening. Let's do some gardening out the back so that we can craft some more bandages and keep leveling up. We're at 122 at the moment or something like that. Also, you're obviously gathering stuff gives you XP. So keep doing gardening, and then when you log in again, all this is going to have grown back. The garden's going to be all overgrown again. Okay, so we do have showers coming. So we're going to have to hang around indoors probably, but that's okay. You just hang around the base and you're always safe. What I am going to do while we have a moment, let's see if we can get this done. 3. Let's just get rid of this tree, because trees tend to fall on your base. Which way is this going to fall now? Okay. When trees fall on your base, they ruin your base. That's not so awesome. That creates problems. I'm not getting exposure yet. Let's see how this goes. You can always run to the base if we start getting an exposure warning. Yeah, we're getting an exposure warning. Let's go hide in the base. Let's go stare at the mountains for a while. Let the storm subside. There we go. Hello buffalo. How you doing today? Let's have a bite to eat. Eat that. Add some oxygen. And I suppose, seeing as we have some fibre, we may as well use the time productively. Do some crafting while we wait for the storm. Yeah, the storms will interfere with your activities. That's one of these things. And if you haven't got a base built, then you got to hollow out a rock or hide in a cave. If you are near a cave, you can go shelter in a cave. If you have a pickaxe, you can hollow out a rock and shelter in the rock. That's one of the things you can do. So how are we doing? 124 of 135. Let me just show you. Let's show you what I'm doing. I am, that's my character. Select character. Select character. And we are in Awkward Outpost. That's the only one that I've played in so far. I'm still very new to this game. Very much learning my way. But enjoying it. It's addictive. Having a lot of fun. And I'm just playing this on a PC which is a Ryzen 5 with an RTX 3050 GPU. And it is HD, it's 1080. One day when I'm big we'll progress to things like 2K or 4K. But for now HD will do just fine. What's going on here? Storm exposure. Okay. What's the time? It's 1 o'clock. As soon as this rain stops we can wander out again. Maybe I'll do a bit of base building. Look at the how the construction works. Play around a bit with that. Alright, so I'm going to look at this. So let's knock that out. Okay. Right. What we're gonna do, let's see if we can craft some floor. And go over here to structures. Wood floor, we need fiber. Alrighty, let's do some gardening. Let's see, let's just eat our food before it goes off. Like so. Got to remember to toss those away. Alright. We'll leave those for now, and we'll leave the buffalo alone. And let's get some fiber so that we can make flooring. And see how this base building works. Play around a bit with that. So I'm very much a slow paced type of guy. I'm in it for the journey. So my games are not fast action, quick progression type stuff going on. It's just a relaxing time, enjoying the game, and unwinding after work, because I have a day job that pays the bills and pays for my hobbies. So after work I get to come and do this. Fortunately I do work office hours, so I can come and do this in the evenings. So for now this is a pre-recorded video, and what I will do is get to set up some streaming at a later stage. Right, I'm getting heavy. Let's go stand over here. Now we can craft some floors. So what I'm going to do is craft 4 of them. Like so. And they've appeared over here. And now what we want to do, so R rotates that, like so. What we now need is some support, and that is going to be a wood beam. So let's do that. Have something to eat, like so. Okay, now let's just see how the oxygen doing. Let's put that over there. Let's just drop that for now. Sounds like a horse. Wood beam. Okay, so now that has appeared there. So now we can deploy them. So what I want to do, install that over there. What's going on here? There we go. I've got some support. Oh! Now the one thing you don't want to do at this stage is aggro him. I've got him stuck. But... yeah. The moment you aggro him, what he does is he starts breaking down the base. And you're in trouble. Where did the beam go? Let's drop that. Let's eat some stuff because it's interfering with our building operations here. Let's just have a drink of water while we're at it as well. Sprint. Whee! Alright, X to drink. Right. And sprint. Hey, so I logged out. Look, the garden came back. All of it. Where did that wood beam go? Oh well, we'll have to make some more then, won't we? Crafting. We need wood, apparently. Wonder where I can find some wood. What's this? Oh look, somebody left us some wood. Fancy that. I'm gonna make one beam. And then let's make some walls. I'll do that for now. Got too much food. Said nobody ever. Said nobody ever. And you know what? Let's put these sticks away. Sticks. Let's put them away for now. Free up some space. Okay. Right. Let's go see what's happening out here. So we're going to go. We want that wood wall. We want to deploy it. Now you got to pay attention to which side the beams are, otherwise you can't put a roof on it. As you can see, when I rotate it, the beams are either on the outside or the inside. You want them on the inside, then you're able to stack stuff on top. Alright, the same here. So there we have a wall. Let's see how this is going here. Okay, that's gone up like that. Let's add that one in there. Yeah. So basically I built myself a little porch. I can't make windows yet, so we're stuck with this for now, which is fine. How are we doing for points? Slowly working our way up. Let's eat that before it spoils. Now, at this stage, I can't make myself a water bag yet, so we keep having to run to our purifier. Yeah, fishy, fishy. Okay. Sorry. You just became food. You just became some lunch. What was that? Alrighty. Now what has happened is while we were messing around there, that burnt out. Activate. How are we doing? We could add some wood to that. Like so. Where's our fish? Let's eat our fish. Like a good lad. There we go. Doing good. Okay. Because I logged out. Of course we got a mountain of vegetation that reappeared. So let's get back to business. I suppose one could cheat, or if you want to call it an exploit, by going and logging out and then the stuff reappears. In the beginning that may help you out, but once one gets comfortable with the game, you feel less of the need to do that. Let's get some oxide. So for that we're going to use this axe. Let's chop. Make sure we got enough oxygen at all times. Tiring you out, auntie? I expect you to work for me. Oxide master. Now I suppose one has to kind of level up by chopping the oxide. There we go. Are we heavy already? Yes. And let's eat that. What is that? Soybean. How did we end up with so much of that stuff? Gosh. We're never short of stuff, as it were. What I'm going to do, why don't we craft, seeing as we can do it, torch. We should be able to craft a torch. Where is it? Can I craft it? Float. Oh, we need sulfur. Okay. There are other ways and means. what we do is you go here, max that out, make some more torches, and then we set them on fire. That gives us lots of light, seeing as it's starting to get dark. Actually, the game that sort of got me interested in gaming, and I still play it, is Scum. Firm favourite of that game and a big supporter. There's a lot one can do in that game, and you can play it the way you like as well, which is nice. It's different because you don't have to level up to get access to everything. You can more or less jump in and just play, and you can, of course, in sandbox mode, just spawn whatever you want and you can just have fun. And I'm not against that kind of playing. I mean, it's your game. You want to just have some fun, by all means play it like that. What we're going to do, if what we're going to do, L, and then what we want to do, which one is burning? How did I set these alight previously? Like so. Carefully, don't set yourself on fire. Now where is C? There we go. Let's take a screenshot of that. There we go. That's quite pretty. So now we got lots of light. Why don't we play in third person for a while? So having set the bunch of torches light, we've got nice light around the base. So there's a little trick to organising yourself light until you can get yourself a floor torch. Don't do that inside your base or too close to it, or near vegetation. Because you will set everything ablaze and then you got problems. Then you end up having to rebuild stuff. You can have lots of charcoal and nothing else. And everybody does that at some stage. Everybody does that at some stage. But you know what? It can be rebuilt. You will get yourself into trouble at some stage doing something, being clumsy or absent-minded, and it all catches fire and goes up in flames. And it's not the end of the world. You can just keep going. Six. So the right clicking turned the torch on. So now we can keep going. Being mindful of the fact that we have a fire in our hand. What is the time? 9:30. So we're well into night time at this stage. Now don't set the stuff alight. We don't want that. Don't do anything silly, like I was just saying. Show everybody what happens. We don't need that. There's some food. But what I'm going to do, just to be a little cheeky, there we go. That's how you start a fire. And that causes lots of charcoal. Like that. So careful when you're standing around bushes, because that is the result. We have an inferno and lots of light. Let's go have some water. Now we're doing for food. Yeah, already teaching all of you bad habits. Oh no. We're going to have lots of charcoal. It's like that. So that's what it looks like when it's on fire. So be very careful when you're inside your base. Don't hold the torch up to anything flammable. It's going to be a bad day. Alright, let's get back to doing those, so we can carry on leveling up. So we're at almost at 127,000. So yeah, crafting torches, crafting bandages, collecting stuff, and just gradually get yourself leveled up. And here we stand admiring the fire. Oh my word. Auntie Tex had been naughty. Oh dear, oh dear. Teaching people bad habits. Let's fix that while we've got materials handy. Keep them in good shape. I'm just going to move that to that quick slot, because L picks up the torch but also turns it on and off at the same time. And also it frees up your hands, as it were. yeah, that's not going to look so pretty in the morning because of what we did. Right. What were you doing? Oh, bandages stack. Now that is useful. Okay. Very useful. Let's go put some of my building materials away. No. Let's put them in there. Like so. Rock, how are we doing for oxygen? We'll have a look in a moment. 38. Get ourselves juiced up again. Alright, sticks, we might as well put some of them away. Sort. Already. Now we're doing time wise, midnight. Have a drink of water and maybe carry on. Okay, I'm back to first person. I must say I prefer playing this game in first person. Occasionally you want to see yourself a bit. You play it in third person. But for practical purposes this game works well in first person. Right, let's be crafting. I'll have some of that. Eventually one's fingers will sort of get trained as to the buttons. Oh, I'm forgetting to hold down F. Let's not get too close to the foliage, shall we? Let's not have an incident. Don't need to set a bad example for the viewers here. I've already been a bad enough influence. Having taught people how to create light out of floor torch, make a floor torch or a Fox floor torch by just dropping a pile of torches on the ground and setting fire to them, or dropping a burning torch on them and they catch fire. How's it going? I think it's burnt out. Yeah, they burnt out. They are done. Alrighty, I'll have some of that. Here's some food. Which respawned. Eventually one has to sort of run further and further for food. But initially, during a gameplay, there's pretty much enough food around your base without having to log out and log back in to generate more food. It's not a problem really. Eventually one will have water on you, and then one and not worried about staying near your water purifier. And then you can venture further inland, because the only thing that's keeping me here at this stage is the water. Once I can craft something to hold water in, then we can go exploring. But I've got to level up before I can do that. So we just stay close to the lake and our water purifier. That's just how the game progression rolls in the beginning. Just don't look to the left. Don't look at what's going on there. We'll pretend we didn't see that. Alrighty. We want to max it out. Let's eat that and that. I have some more of that, seeing as we're here. Yeah, sorry about that. That was for demonstration purposes. I won't do that again. It's obviously antisocial behavior, as it were. Frowned upon setting fire to things in that manner. At some point one's going to get involved with flash storms, where the lightning sets fire to things, which is a subject all on its own. Very much a subject. Let's have some of that. While we're here, I would go get some fern on the other side, but for obvious reasons there's none there at the moment. Because of that conflagration that I started. That's bad. Sorry about that. It will eventually come back. Yeah, forest fire, never a good sight. Uncle Duncan was very bad. A very naughty boy. Showing people what not to do. Oh, berries. Yum. Where are the ferns? Here we go. Give me ferns, give me fibre. Let's be making bandages. Have some more of that. Okay. Let's craft bandages. I forgot. You know what I forgot to do? Was empty my inventory. And at some point we gathered some watermelon. Gosh, but those soybeans carry on forever. Let's get rid of these. What happens is that one gathers sticks. The small trees become sticks. So you're forever ending up with sticks amongst your stuff. Because you amongst the amongst this stuff, there's inevitably a tree or a stick. You end up grabbing the stuff. It ends up in your inventory. Have some of that. Go over here. Should be some ferns. I'll try to leave the berries for now. I'll save them for later. Right, how are we doing? Oxygen, let's keep that topped up. Let's eat some of that. Some of that. Gosh, but that soy lasts forever. That's good food, that. That's amazing. But of course it only provides you with food. Now, initially when one lands on this planet, the first thing you want to be on the lookout for is the oxide and berries for sustenance, so that you can survive till you get to the water. That is the first thing I learned when I landed on the planet, is oxygen, food and water, and it comes from the oxide and berries. Then you just find your way to the lake, and you can drink the water out the lake, and you just do that and eat berries until you can level up. Ooh, hello. There's a carrot. All the better for your eyesight. And you can make yourself water purifiers. Didn't really want to do that. Daytime is coming. It's not going to look good where I did what I did, I'm afraid. We're going to inspect, but it's going to look awful there. I'll show you what the forest looks like after doing what I did. Then you can decide for yourself whether you want to do things like that to your environment or not. Look, if you do need a lot of, I'll have some more soybeans. If you need a lot of charcoal, that is one way of getting it. Starting a conflagration in the forest. But the map doesn't look very pretty for quite some time afterwards. That is for sure. I guess when you relog, the trees will be back, but one's got to sort of treat it as a playthrough where you're trying to preserve stuff and not be wasteful, as it were. So we're almost getting there. 130,000. So we are leveling up. So you're kind of getting an idea of how much crafting you have to do your leveling up in this game by watching me goofing around. Okay, there we go. Let's eat that. The berries go off very quickly. So be mindful about harvesting them. If you want food that lasts you a long time, it's the soybeans. So let's make bandages. How many bandages should we make? Yes, that many. Let's move this microphone. Okay. Alrighty. So we've got 2 minutes to go. I suppose we can turn that out. Pretty much daytime. Let's take a wander over here. Yeah, that's not pretty anymore. We're pretty much denuded the forest of vegetation. It's a fairly grim sight. Now if you want charcoal, you can get your axe, which is number 3, and you chop chop chop. Chop 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 chop. It takes quite a while to chop down a burnt tree. They have become hard. Yeah. And it all just falls in a heap. Like that. But it also gives you points. 25 at a time. Like that. So I guess that's a cheeky way to level up. So I suppose now we're doing here. We're almost done with our bandages. Like so. Make sure we got some sticks on us. We got stone. Because now we're going to need to do some axe maintenance. Because we're going to wear our axe out. Because what we're going to do is we're going to cut down these calorified cellulose beams, vertical structures that I've created that are carbonated during the night. That's giving us plenty of points, no doubt about that. Very fast, in fact. I'm teaching you guys bad habits. Set the forest light and cut down the trees for XP. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Uncle Duncan the Corrupter. But it works. You just don't want that falling on you, obviously. But this is working. I guess you sort of inadvertently discovered something there. Burn down trees and cut them down for XP. Is that an exploit or is that a strategy? I'm not going to judge. We do not judge. We are not here to judge. Just enjoy the game. Right. How are we doing? 132. So I think what we're going to do is play this game until we get to our next level. And then I think we're going to call it quits for the night. And then we will carry on with that at another stage. So obviously the important thing to do at this stage is to not log out, because your charcoal will despawn. Oh. Let us go hide from the rain. And just quickly gather some food. Holding down shift to run. Let's go hide inside. Boink. Let's see, let's have the berries. Let's have some pumpkin. Have some carrots. It's always a good thing to keep handy. Because that lasts forever in the inventory. What's it like outside? Sunny and rainy. But at least we are under shelter here, so we're good. Is that the buffaloes? Now, if you have an axe in your hand and you happen to be right up against a buffalo, you can practice a bit of archery. You can just chop it while standing against it, and somehow it manages to not get to you. That is one way of dealing with a buffalo. That's what I was doing in the beginning, and then I thought, oh, buffaloes are easy. Wrong. So I tried using these pointy sticks on the buffaloes. Came a cropper twice. That didn't work well at all. But if you're up against him with an axe, you can take the adult down. I learned that because I was cutting up logs and the logs kept moving around because the buffalo were climbing all over them. So I was like, buffalo, stop it! And I went and I whacked him with the axe till he dropped. And I was like, oh, that works. Later learned that there's do's and don'ts. Very much so. This is quite a storm. Wow. Interesting. The sun is shining but it's pouring. Interesting concept. It's a stunning game, this. And keeps on going virtually indefinitely. There's so much to see, so much to do. I mean, one can put thousands of hours into this game and not get bored. This grind in the beginning to get your character leveled up is slow, but once your character is leveled up, this game gets super interesting, especially once you get to tier 5 and there's those goodies that await there. Oh my word, so much nice stuff. Once you get to tier 5, there's your crude oil extraction, okay, epoxy, plastics, your nuclear stuff that you can do, specialist tools, your armors that you can make, your mining drills, automated defense systems, a flamethrower, Tesla coil, the orbital exchange interface that comes in very handy when you get to tier 5, a dropship landing pad, gonna need that comes in handy. Ooh, and this hover frame, it is a thing of beauty. So once one gets to this level, oh boy, there's goodies. There's a chainsaw. I think that was a recent addition. Now gun's useful for doing repairs. Oh, flagpole flag made to withstand harsh conditions as decor. Laser conversion attachments. Laser sidearm, that's particularly useful. And the mining laser, that is useful for getting to stuff that's high above you that you can't get to with a pick. And uranium ammo of course is top stuff for taking stuff down once you get into boss fights and that sort of stuff. Okay, sun is out, we can go work. Can we repair this axe? Yes, we can. Okay, let's go back to collecting charcoal, or not collecting but processing, if you want to call it that. Right, axis 3, right, choppity chop chop chop, let's keep going. Okay, get out the way. So glad that in easy mode you do get left alone. How many berries have we got left? Inventory. Oh, we got none left. We can eat that. Go drink of water. Oh yes, I'll put it further down the lake. I had a the rainwater purifier is very similar to that, and once you get to a certain level you can make them both at the same time. So that's one of the things you'll be doing, as I said, in the early stages is organizing yourself potable water. That it's going to be a while till I can organize water storage. So for now, just sticking to living near the water and having my purifier handy. Love the way it just falls down like that. Interesting game mechanics. So now, if you want to collect this, you can use that for the purifier. Let me go show you. Let's go put some charcoal in the water purifier. So it's F charcoal. Let's add it like that. Not too sure how much it takes. Takes quite a bit. That we need oxygen. This is what I saw that. Fortunately, it's in abundance. I've got to repair the axe because we're wearing out the axe. Let's go here. Like so. Take it down. Then the moment it starts to fall, we hit W and back up. So we don't get flattened by charcoal. I don't know if you do, but I don't want to find out. It's a waste of time having to respawn and come back and fix yourself up. So let's avoid having that fall on us. I'm sure it's not good for one's health. How are we doing? We're at 133. I'll slowly get in there. Yeah, it's a fairly slow progression in the beginning. But it's okay. If you're doing this to relax after work, nothing wrong with it. This is the way to do it. Come and spend a few hours doing this. Up to 3 hours. You can do this while the supper is cooking. Or the supper is being cooked, depending on your domestic situation. But that does influence things. In my case, it's while supper is cooking type domestic situation. And then after the gaming, one can have supper, and then depending on your habits, you can either watch other gamers or game some more or go to bed. And that depends what time of day you have to get up for work, and also what time of day you get home from work. is very much governed by your spare time, as it were. Yeah, sorry Buffalo. I'm doing a tutorial here. I'm showing people a few things. And it's not necessarily all good. Destroying your nice forest. Alright, that axe is starting to wear. Get that fixed up. So basically this area acted as a fire break. So that's what stopped the fire from spreading and limited it to this area. Alrighty. Now, let me show you what I was doing here. I have got a water purifier here as well. Let's see if there's any water in it. No, there isn't. Why don't we fill that up, seeing as we happen to have a little bit of the stuff it needs. Let's sort that out. Not sure if we have enough charcoal. There's a few pieces lying around here. Not sure where all this charcoal came from. There's some kind of incident here by the looks of things. I wonder who did that. Why would somebody burn down the forest? Darn humans. Got no respect for nature. Terrible. This is really frowned upon. People doing stuff like this. Oh wait, it's a game. And I guess we should still respect it. Not sort of trash it, as it were. Yeah, if you need lots of charcoal. Okay, this charcoal that I cut down here is already despawned. Let's work our way back here. Probably getting heavier with all this charcoal. Ooh, oxide. Need that. Take that. What's that? Stone. Don't need that for now. What do we got here? Abundant. You don't say. Abundant after fire. Yeah. Try not to be too profligate with doing that sort of stuff, I guess. Right. How much charcoal have we got? Yes. Fuel. Charcoal. What other fuel do we need? Not sure. Let's go back to the other one. What have we got here? Soy. Let's take some of that. What's that? Well, let's get some water here. That other one was the rainwater purifier. Obviously I haven't got that figured out yet. Hello you two. See, the adult doesn't do anything. Yeah. The adult doesn't take any notice of that. Sorry, I should have warned sensitive viewers, I guess, that I was going to commit that act. But when it comes to the point where you need the animal for food and leather, that's one way of doing it. You can destroy the young. Anyhow, that's how it seems to be working at this stage. It's strange that the young doesn't run away, and nor that the adult doesn't get upset about what you're doing there. Definitely strange. Or just look the other way. Pretend we didn't do that. Right, let's keep going. Now we are leveling up slowly. Almost at 135. And here's some more ferns. So let's keep going. Did I cut down all those burnt trees? I can't remember. Let's see if we can find some soy. Because that's good food. Now, of course, when you're looking for it, all you find are berries. Speaking of which, let's see. The soy, we might as well collect some of that. We are getting a bit low on the O2. Didn't want to do that. No. Don't need berries for now. My word. How many berries do you need? Yes, apparently. Keep looking for soy. Because I like the way the stuff lasts in the inventory. Huh. Now let's carry on harvesting ferns, seeing as we need that for the XP. I'll slowly get in there. And then we're at level 9. And then it's one more push to get to level 10. That's cocoa. But that is for cooking and other stuff. Same here. The cocoa. I just want to have a drink of water. Can drop that. The soybean is definitely a good food. Let's go back to cutting down some of those. Trees. Over here for points. Stuff's here, we might as well use it and get our points. Like so. Choppity chop chop chop. How are we doing for time? 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Actually getting quite a bit done today during this daytime. It's sort of a little bit funny the way it breaks up into pieces and collapses vertically. Gets the job done. It's interesting how the inside appears right when you're cutting it. But the texture on the outside is correct. That is charcoal. That is definitely stuff that somebody set fire to. Some vagrant living in the forest, being irresponsible with his torch. I won't name anybody. I think I might know the guy. Stay away from him, he's bad news. What are we doing? Let's stay out of the way of that. Okay, what we got here? Soy, nice. And more of it. Oh, hello. No, ran away. I might have to make some more arrows at some stage. I've kind of been using them. frittering them away, as it were. Now we're doing here. What's this? Well, now you know where to find lots of soy. Here on this side. How are we doing for oxygen? We are doing okay. Let's wander back to here. Have a drink of water. Go indoors because apparently it's gonna rain. For a change. And might as well craft some bandages. Oh, we didn't see that. Nope, we didn't see that. Poor thing. Who would do something like that? Pickaxe 1. Let's quickly get some oxide. And there we go. I think harvesting this stuff okay, let's run indoors. Stand over here. Admire the scenery. What we want to do is craft some bandages and repair our tools. You know what I want to do? Where are our... Let us see it. Stone arrow. Now let's make lots. It gives you XP as well. Stock up on some arrows, as it were. What do we need? More stone. I think I happen to know where we have some of that. Here. No, here. Maybe here. Maybe here. There we are. Yep, more arrows. Okay, now what we're going to do to wrap this up is we're going to go pick some stuff out of the tech tree, and then we are going to call it a day here for this game. Alright, so inventory, O2, eat some soybeans. Darn, that's good food, that. Let's go to the tech tree. What can we do here? What would we like? What do we need? Let's have a look. Probably not a bad idea, except you need dirt for the dirt foundation. Cloth armor. What do you need to make that stuff? We don't really need armor yet. Bone armor. It's fishing pole. Wood torch. Don't really need that yet. All that. Stick. Rope. Thatch. I'm gonna take that. Being able to build ladders and stuff. We don't need any ice stuff. Talents. Fully meals. Okay. We can still choose something here. Wooden shovel. That's not a bad idea. Which means yeah, that we can now use dirt. So that's basically where we progress to today. So that is it. Probably getting late, eh? When does the sun set around here? Let's see. I think of a nice screenshot. That'll do. Nice. So that is going to be it. Let us go back indoors. Put our character over here. Like so. Oh, just have a drink of water before we log out. And have a bite to eat. Then when we come back, we're all fed and watered, as it were. And our character is all ready and ready to go. Yeah. Have some of that beautiful soy. Like so. The good stuff. There we go, we've fed and watered and we've leveled up. So we are now at level 9. We need to get another 30,000 points to get to level 10, which will get us to tier 2. Nice. So we can start operating a bit once we get to tier 2. And level 20. There's a whole lot that's going to start happening when we get to that point. Nice. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Have an awesome day further. Hope you enjoyed this Icarus video, and look forward to more. I'm really enjoying this. Well, sort of get into more of a swing of things. I'm new to this, so this is my first video on my gaming channel. So thanks for watching. Have an awesome day further. Take care, ladies and gentlemen, once again. And I'll see you next time for more awesome stuff. More awesome gaming, as it were. Alright. Thank you. Cheers.